Today, a lot of home time. We're getting rid of a lot of stuff in the house. People are coming to buy some stuff, right? Including this very gym. Yeah, that's right. We're starting over. But moving this would cost more than storing. Moving and storing would cost more than just getting a new setup, right? We got some connections. We're going to make it happen. But anyway, check it out. So I woke up this morning. I did my mini band work. And now I'm doing these squats. And the squats, starting the day with them is unique because my body's not ready, but I like the mental challenge. Later today, since I'm kind of stuck at home, Katie's doing soccer duty, I'm gonna do some shoulders and arms. So today's a home training day. I gotta be stuck at home, but tomorrow I will probably make it to the basement gym. But today I decided to get everything done at home, and I'm pretty excited to do this because I could split it up. I like training twice sometimes. But as you know from yesterday's vlog, my focus is 100% on bodybuilding right now, which is why you're seeing the mini bands thrown in. The mini bands are thrown in to make sure I maintain my structural integrity, make sure I don't get too one-dimensional with the bodybuilding, and don't get in the same rut I was in where I was all hypertrophy, and no functionality. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of exos training in lieu of boxing. Boom! Hey, what's up everyone? So here's the vlog. Today, it's been nuts, dude. It's been absolutely insane. We're moving. So we're liquidating everything in the house. Today, I had to help a dude carry the big table I used to be sitting at right here. My camera's on a card table right now. House is almost empty. Upstairs, my favorite couch in the whole wide world, this beautiful one with two incliners, a big, huge couch, gone. It's gone. It was sold. Just moving things out of the house, helping these people move. A lot of them don't come prepared. Moving a big, what is that thing called? Credenza? Like a big, buffet. It's huge. Had to move that. So it's been crazy. But I woke up this morning, got my daily squats in. I also did mini bands. Y'all forgot, I do mini bands all the time. Now that I'm backing away from boxing to get ready for this pro card thing in 2021, so I can focus all my attention, I'm explaining to you why it's so important, why I'm doing this. Basically, I'm going to throw in more mini bands. I'm going to throw in, times when I do a lot of exos training where I use different planes so my body doesn't get stuck in that bodybuilding rut and I get those overuse injuries that I used to get from bodybuilding in general. So I have that covered. As an exos trainer, I know what to do. I'm excited. So today I threw in lateral and linear mini bands. Told me to do some other mini band movements, Frankenstein walks, some three-way hip. Going to be some great things, 7-way hip exercises. I'm really excited to get going on this. Today, I literally mentally kicked it into gear. I didn't feel like training at night after all that movement, but I just got done. I got my Carb 10. I've been using Carb 10, 20 grams, 1 scoop during workout because my carbs are pretty high. I'll go over that in a second. I'm also rocking Machine Fuel and Natural Light in here. And by the way, my weight is up to 222 pounds. 222 pounds. What my goal is, I don't know. I'm staying lean. I'm staying shredded. I'm gaining slow. And my body's really just absorbing everything. The addition in my HRT of growth hormone at 1 to 2 IUs, at 2 IUs a day. 1 to 2 is what's recommended. I take 2 IUs per day, 5 days a week. I have metformin, 500 milligrams, 2 times a day. I take it upon waking and right before bed. I also have Armor Thyroid, which I take because I do have an underactive thyroid. I take that every day. I also have testosterone and Deca, 200 milligrams a piece. And I believe that's it. So things are just freaking going nuts. Just so much going on in life. Cammie had a game today. She played keeper. Now, you guys might not have, for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, 2 years ago, my daughter's team, an upper-level team, an A-level team, they were going to qualify for MRL, which is some division, whatever. And their keeper went down with a broken thumb. You can't really play keeper without a broken thumb. You're kind of like a monkey. You don't have an opposable digit, right? And Cammie, who's a center mid, or plays the 8 or the 10, for those who know soccer, she actually stepped in, played keeper. She's been training keeper since she was really young. She has a better attendance at goalkeeper training than goalkeepers. She just loves the sport and she gets as much work as possible. Not only did she lead her team to MRL qualifying, that an undefeated season, and she only allowed 3 goals all season in multiple games, 2 of which were on PKs. Cammie's just an athlete. You can tell by, if I remember the clip in here, her explosion, her attentiveness to the ball, her reaction time. She's a beast. So if you're coming at her goal box, she's coming right there. She's going to smack you right in the mouth. As you can tell in boxing, she wants to smack people in the mouth there too. Very proud of her. Love my kids to death. But so she has soccer still going on. The kids still have soccer. That's going to go on till the day we move. Their last day is like the 20th or 21st. I think it's the 21st, and we move like the 28th. So things are just going crazy. Like, we're liquidating the house, getting ready for moving. Our move is going to be crazy because we're staying in an apartment for 6 months because our house ain't ready till June. So we have to separate shit, even though we have movers, into apartment shit versus house shit. My wife's going crazy. She's got an attitude. She's on edge, but that's okay because I don't blame her. I'm like that as well. But I want to go over a few things. Let's go over the Ruiz and Joshua fight. So Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. I was reading Twitter while the fight was on. I was watching the fight. And, dude, I don't know what people are tripping on. People who are saying it was a boring fight don't know boxing. That was one of the most masterfully executed fights I've ever seen in my life. Anthony Joshua corrected what he did wrong last time. That was brawling with a Mexican-style boxer. You know, Mexican-style boxing, especially someone who outweighs you by so much, lower center of gravity, less reach, he's going to come in, he's going to come forward. Joshua moved around the ring. Ruiz didn't do a good job of cutting off the ring, wasn't able to get inside. Joshua kept him away with his jabbing. He'd come across with combos here and there when he could, but he didn't tempt fate. He didn't do what he did in the first fight where he went for the kill. He just kept damaging him, racking up points. Joshua was not going for the knockout. Joshua was going for a win on points. Period. The end. That's the end. He was going for a decision. There was no way he was going to knock out Ruiz. Ruiz is a warrior. The man is meant to go through. I think someone put on Twitter, he's meant to survive a car wreck. That dude's a beast. Joshua beat him the only way he could beat him, and that is not through a knockout. That is through outboxing him and utilizing his reach, utilizing his leverage, and utilizing his faster feet. While Ruiz has a tremendous hand speed advantage over almost everyone he fights, his foot speed is not the best. Also, he, like me when I box, he lacks reach. For example, like the other day, I told you guys I fought my boy Trey, 6 foot tall, 5'8" at best, maybe 5'7". I haven't measured myself in a couple years. I bet I'm getting shorter. And Trey just keeps me at bay with his jab. So I have to really get in and try and hit body shots and try and rip the body shots. And if I can't do that, I'm going to lose every time. And if he can get his distance, he can measure his distance, and he can wilder me and hit that right, I'm going down. So that's exactly what he did. And it was a fucking masterful fight. Absolutely masterful fight. So I think that Joshua proved that he is one of the kings of the division. Right now, in my opinion, the guy to be feared the most is the most powerful puncher of all time in boxing, and that is Deontay Wilder. 100%, he is, in my opinion, the #1 contender. The best boxer who will beat Wilder if he can avoid getting punched. If he can avoid it for 12 rounds, Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight there is. I think AJ's right there. He's in the big three. Ruiz, I don't feel stands a chance against Wilder. I don't feel he stands a chance against Tyson Fury. I do feel that AJ gave him the best option to win versus the big three. I see Dillian White. I think he's going to be a hell of a contender. The heavyweights and now with the comeback of Big Baby Miller, I still predict Big Baby Miller will get some gold around his waist, man. Big Baby Miller, don't underestimate him. He has reach, he has speed, he has stamina, and he has some knockout power. Big Baby Miller is probably my favorite fighter, not just because he got caught with drugs like I would, but because I think he's fucking great. I've seen him fight. I love his style, and I might be wrong, but I just really like Big Baby. Big Baby's my boy. I like him. I think he's great. Nonetheless, Joshua won that fight. Joshua was not running scared. Joshua just did what he did to beat a Mexican-style boxer. You're not going to go right up in and brawl you saw the first fight. You're not going to out-brawl a Mexican-style boxer who's like 5-6 inches shorter than you. Use your reach, use your foot speed, get the fuck out of the way. And he did that. With the weight loss, he was able to move quicker. He was able to get in, get out with the jab. He fought a fucking masterful fight. Masterful. AJ did some Mayweather shit at heavyweight. That was epic. Oh, but I don't like when they clinch. They're just hugging. It's a strategy. Look, boxing is not a street fight, dude. Boxing is the sweet science. It's boxing. It's not fighting, guys. You want to see an all-out brawl? Go watch MMA. That one may be one of the reasons why MMA is more popular sometimes. However, I will say this. That fight, it made me smile. That was fucking brilliant. Now that I know and love the sweet science, even though I'm not going to do it again for at least a year and a half, yeah, it was awesome to see. So let's go over my workout, and then I'll go over some other stuff because this is a vlog and people want to know what the fuck's going on. I'll go over my macros after my workout. If you want to see my macros, keep up. So my workout today, I did squats in the morning with the mini bands. I think I already said that. So later in the day, after all the moving and stuff, I did my shoulder workout. I did not feel like training. I laid down on my floor in my living room, put my phone down, closed my eyes, and convinced myself that I'm going to win a fucking pro card. I literally, for 3 minutes, I think it was like 3 minutes, I just laid there and convinced myself that I'm going to have a good fucking workout. And by golly, I did. So I went in there. It was in my basement, which for me is sometimes hard to get in the zone. I'll be real. I like going to basement gym. I like the atmosphere there. I like the hardcore lifters there. A lot of power lifters, a lot of really epic individuals, a lot of great guys, great gals. The music's blaring. I love it, but today I had to put my headphones in, go to the basement and get to fucking work because I didn't have time to go because of all the shit going on. So I went there and I did my shoulder press. Now, I didn't feel as strong as I could feel. I put my sleeves on. I'm just tired. I sparred the other day. I'm not making excuses, but my body was beat up. It just didn't feel right. All the moving, lifting furniture over my head to get over the banister, all that shit. So I went up to 185, and I only got 5 or 6. I'm like, no, that ain't going to work. Then I went to 135, and I did 10 sets of 10. 10 sets of 10, 135. Then I did my lateral raises. I did 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Then I did what I think is the most underrated trap movement in the history of trap movements. That is snatch, grip, shrugs. When you go like this, you have more leverage. It's easier. When you come out here, the shoulders are out of the play. You're out here. It's coming right in, really working your upper traps. I love snatch, grip, shrugs, otherwise known as, well, partial snatches. But I'm not using my body. I'm just using this. If I was using my whole body and shrugging it up, that would be a partial snatch. I'm doing kind of a controlled partial snatch, or we'll call it a snatch, grip, shrug. From there, I hit my rear deltoids, did 5 sets of those, and from then I did 4 sets of 10 to 12 bicep curl incline, just hit those. This morning I also did some cardio as well. Today also, we sold our minivan. You guys know I've had a 2012 Odyssey for a long time, paid off. We haven't driven in a while. We have the 2 company cars, the Yukon Denali XL and the Jeep Grand Cherokee wrapped in MTS colors. We finally sold the minivan. It was a bittersweet day. My son was crying. Preston was crying. It triggered him that we're actually moving. And seeing all our furniture go and everything, it's really hard on him. So we're doing our best to really, really, really be attentive to his needs, his emotional and his needs as a child, as a human being, as our offspring, right? My macros. So my macros are raised. 1 to 2 days a week, depending on how I feel like, depending on how my training goes. Now, Alex Kickle is obviously doing a good job in seeing what's going on, just kind of being my third eye and making sure that everything's on point. So one of my days is 300 grams of protein, 400 grams of carbs, and 100 grams of fat. Okay, the other day, the more normal day, that's not a super high activity day, because I do have super high activity days where I'm coaching or whatever. The normal day is 260 grams of protein, 350 grams of carbohydrate, 100 grams of fat. Why is my fat so low? That's pretty damn high. 100 grams is, I'm able to eat my whole eggs. I'm able to eat my grass-fed beef. I'm able to eat my wild-caught salmon. I'm able to enjoy life and get the meals I want to get. And for me, that's what I want to do. So essentially tomorrow, waking up, Cammie has 2 games. So I'm actually going to wake up, just do cardio. I'm going to go to the gym after all the soccer games. Katie's going to stay home, take Preston. So Preston has practice at he has a game at 8 a.m. Cammie has 2 games back-to-back at 9:30 and 10:30. So we're just going to go do that, come home, eat a little something, relax, have some family time, go to the gym together. Kids can chill out. They have a few games this weekend. They're going to be tired. But, we're going to just have a good day. But that's what's going on from this end. It's just really crazy right now with the move and everything. And as we were talking about the other day, next week I'm going to be at Europa Sports presenting the Outright Bar to all their sales reps. We have a lot of things. Hy-Vee receives their shipment of bars next week. That goes to all the Hy-Vee grocery stores. We've proliferated into more and more gas stations across Indiana, Tennessee, and all of those states. We're rocking up and down the world, the coasts. The UK's killing it. Australia should have their bars in about 6 weeks. New Zealand's on their second order. The vegan bars are going absolutely insane. Things are just out of this world right now, and we're just doing our best to keep up. My wife and I also final approved 2 new versions of the Outright Bar. A third one should be coming next week, and things are just out of control awesome. That's what's going on with this prep. That's what's going on. Anything you guys need, let me know. Of course, we're always open for now. Follow me on Instagram. It's at Marc Lobliner. If you have any questions about my HRT, if you want to have contact with my HRT doctor, that is going to be just message me on Instagram. I'll hook you up with them. I'll give you their link. I think that's pretty much it. Looking forward to moving to Tennessee. Of course, Brent Laffey, my boy over at Armada, he's going to be great. Carbon Culture Gym, be hanging out with him a lot, working with him on a lot of different projects. Of course, Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry's right up the road. We'll be spending some time together, maybe getting some content, maybe training together. Who knows? Right now, I just know that our families are going to get along great, and our girls are playing at the same club. It's going to be cool. That's really it, guys. Oh, and our boys also, they're all athletes. It's going to be a great time. Be a great time, but I'm going to miss my friends here, man. I'm going to really miss it. Like, I cried today when I wrote that post about Cammy playing keeper, you know? It was like, man, we've had such a good time at Campton, you know? Like, I traveled around and coached with a lot of those coaches, did tournaments with them. You know, they saw my daughter and sons grow up. Like, Thomas has been playing there since soccer school. So has Preston. Now they're on travel teams, you know? My daughter went from being to arguably, I'd argue she's the most well-rounded player in the country right now. From going to keeper at her level, I'll take any 13-year-old in the country and put my daughter head-to-head with her at every single position. She might not be the best at every position, but you take all positions, she could play keeper exceptionally, defense exceptionally, midfield exceptionally, and forward and striker exceptionally. So I'll put her up, and that's because Campton, they gave her that opportunity to develop. Sure, you know, we had other coaches, you know. We had good friends. We had William and Stu over at Paradigm. We had, you know, myself with the strength and performance. We had Coach Cristiano back in the day who gave her private keeper lessons. Coach Doko, he did a great day. We've had a lot of great people in Illinois just help us. Eric and Julian over at Pro Boxing Fitness teaching my kids how to box. That led to that, you know. Just so many good people played a role, and now Eduardo over at Paradigm. You know, just a lot of good people that we ran into and we met. And, of course, Basement Gym, always letting us go in there with our kids, you know, from JD to Michael, you know, everybody over there. It's just a great place. It's a really, really, really great place. And we will really miss Illinois. From the bottom of our heart, you know, if it wasn't for the state itself and maybe the weather, and my wife likes mountains, and we wanted to build our dream home. At the end of the day, this is not our dream. So we want to do it before the kids go to high school, and here we are. Anyway, guys, there's my update. Talk to you tomorrow. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look who I ran into in LA.
It's good to meet you. I've been watching your videos a long time. Tell me about this protein bar.
So it's the Outright Bar, man. It's all natural ingredients, made with real food. None of that. You ever want to work out? You want just a little snack, a little bar before training, but you know the other bars might give you a gut bomb.
Right.
This is something that doesn't have any prebiotic fiber, no glycerin, no sugar alcohols. It's whole, real food.
That is a tasty bar.
Really?
It's easy to eat. It's not too chewy. Normally eat something like this with a big ass glass of milk. That's good.
So it's like a cookie.
Really good. No, it's not good.
If you want, we also have want to try the almond butter one while we're here?
Love to.
All right, so
That's
this
a
is
badass bar.
This is made with almond butter, Steve.
That's a winner too.
Really?
He's badass. Good protein bars. Where can people find these?
Well, they can find it at many retail stores. You can find it at tigerfitness.com.
2 badass protein bars. So they get 2 double middle fingers up from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line.